I think my neighbor's back home. Just when I decided I was going to record today. So my friends were, while I was sleeping, talking about which of us is the tallest. And I'm gonna try right now with this ridiculously big, so a 24 inch ruler, or 61 centimeter ruler. Well, it's official-ish. I mean, it's kind of hard to measure when you're by yourself and you're like trying to balance a pencil. Plus I kind of was a little off because of my bun. But yeah, I guess it's about 5'10", which is 177, almost 178 centimeters. So apparently I am the tallest Team Henty member, which I already was the tallest Team Henty member. I mean, sometimes I'm 5'9", but I don't know. I try to do it on a flat surface in the laundry room. Got allergies going on. Okay, so to prove my height, just to make sure I'm not making this up, I'm like up against the wall, the dryer. There's no clear wall, and this is the only place with a solid floor. And yes, the floor is very littered at the moment. Like, and I got my back up against this, and I'm not sure you can see where I made my little mark right there, so it's about even. Pardon the messy hair. Yep, it's about even. And I grabbed my ruler that I mentioned again. Let me make a focus on it. There's the inches, and then you can see it's 61 centimeters. And it's 24 inches, which is 2 feet even. And it's exactly 24 inches. So let me show you. All right, it's kind of weird. Let's see. Let me try to put it almost even. There we go. So right there. It's easier if I have both my hands, or you know what, let me go get the pencil. I still pressed record. All right, so let me try to get this as even as I could. Come on, please. All right. And where did it go? Oh, right here. So there's the first line. Okay, make sure. There we go. The edge is a lot more straight too, so it's easier to record. Or to, yeah, keep track of it. There's the other line. And all we need is about the last one. And let's see. So right down here is the 5. Oh no, right here is the 5 foot mark. Then we start counting in inches, which is, let's see. I think 12 times 5 is 60. Yeah, 60. So 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, close to 70. So I'm about 70 inches tall. I don't know. Actually, this might help, but you know, I rounded off to the nearest number. All right. So yeah, I'm pretty tall. Actually, I'm about 5'4". It's really hard doing this when you have one hand occupied. I'm about I don't know, like half, quarter of an inch. I might be a centimeter off, so yeah. Actually, I did the smallest part because it was like 177.8 centimeters, and I just put 177 centimeters, so it's probably about right. So yeah, it's official. I'm tall because a centimeter, actually, yeah, it might be. Actually, that might be about it, 177 centimeters. But like I said, this is like, I'm not against the wall, I'm against this dryer, but this dryer is like flat right here. And like I said, see, I'm just not wearing any shoes at all. I got it close to where my actual head is. You know, I got about close to where the top of my head is. It's really hard to do that when you're by yourself. So yeah, I'm the tallest member of Team Henty. To be honest, I thought my friend Dan was the tallest because he just looks tall. Like, he's got like long features, and turns out he's actually shorter than me. And I'm like, whoa, super shocked there. Why did I still have this pencil? What if I just do this? Also, I'm wearing a tank top because, I don't know. I'm not going out. I'm just so ladylike, as you just heard. And, yeah, let's watch YouTube. So, I'm always seeing people who are always complaining how they always try Pinterest things, and they're always like, well, gee, it didn't come out the way it did. Well, your first mistake was figuring out if you were artistically or craftingly inclined. I know that's not a word, but I'm making it a word. And we're gonna sit here. We're gonna sit here on the stairs because it's a nice place to vlog. And well, as a person who is, well, an art student, a person who's always done all sorts of artsy and crafty things, I essentially find them pretty easy to do. Like, you know, if you see a pin and you're not hyped and you're not sure if it's gonna come out, you know, like good, maybe you shouldn't do it. Because I'm finding people who are like, you know, like, oh, I'm not, like, oh, it's not as good. Like, you're right. Like, I'm sorry, but, you know, the important thing is you tried, but know your limits. Especially when there's people that are saying like, oh, I'm going to try these things. I'm going to make 100 of them because they got the supplies to make 100 of them. And it turns out crappy. It's like, if you're not sure if you're going to do it, test out one first, please. Just please, for the love of God. Oh, man. Like, you know, like, or people who do DIY projects, like, you know, making, like, you know, those window shutters with the little, and like making a letter holder out of them, or, you know, make them to a little key thing too. Like, you know, that's totally fine. But if you somehow fucked up because you've never put together a desk from IKEA, then maybe you shouldn't be doing things like that. I mean, I have a bookcase that I single-handedly put together that was meant for 2 people to work on. So I am pretty good at it because my mother taught me how to use tools, and she taught me how to organize shit. Although she doesn't like the way I clean, because it's not her style, although my way is so much superior. I mean, oh my God, hello. Some dishes you just can't wash right away because somebody cooks stuff too damn high. Patrick, mother, we're trying to teach my stepfather not to cook things on a high temperature because it's just so infuriating. When he cooks hamburgers, they don't stay flat. They explode. Like, I'm not sure how, but he cooks everything in a high temperature because he thinks it gets cooked faster. Like, no. Some things need time. Especially baking. He puts things at a high temperature. It's like, no. Things must take their time. You gotta have patience. This is where you have a hobby to do. Like me, like I said, I have my drawing. I don't paint that much, but, you know, when I do paint, it's usually watercolors nowadays. Or, you know, I do some recording, you know, that's very easy to keep track of. Whereas drawing, you're like, well, shit, 4 hours have passed. It's time to eat breakfast because the sun's about to come up. That's how you do all-nighters by accident, kids. So yeah, if you're never ever sure, like if you want to see something, but you're not quite sure if you want to do it, just take it for a test drive. And if it comes out decent, then you're good to go. But also, like, I don't know. This is just like for the artsy things, like for the cooking things. Oh my Lord. That is a whole other story. Some people who are like, I can't cook, but I'm going to try this. Like, no, you're much better off boiling water. Unless you're that one girl I knew who said she burnt water while trying to boil it. Overall, I'm a Renaissance woman. I mean, I can do all kinds of things. I mean, I'm like the perfect wife. I could probably also kick your ass while doing all these things. Wait, I do kick ass. I mean, I did just say I'm like 5'10", which is a bit of on the mid-high range for most women. So yeah. I mean, I can't clean that well unless it's like a big space, like this big space. Because not all of it is, actually, only 10% of the stuff is mine. So I'm like, I'm not so sure.